Okay, the little title of this is unit multipliers, using unit multipliers to convert rate. And we've already done unit multipliers, so this shouldn't be too tough. Again, I must warn you, the whole key to unit multipliers is the whole labels thing. It's not as much about the numbers as it is about the labels. For example, if I asked you to convert, what's the book say here? A mile in 6 minutes. Convert 1 mile in 6 minutes into miles per hour. Convert 1 mile in 6 minutes to miles per hour. In other words, if you went 1 mile in 6 minutes, did I do something wrong? I don't want the answer. I don't care about the answer. I care about the process here. Okay? Convert 1 mile in 6 minutes to miles per hour. Well, the deal with that is this is a ratio. You have 1 mile. You have 1 mile in 6 minutes. And I want to change. I'm going to multiply that by the unit multiplier that's going to convert this label from miles or from minutes into hours. My miles is okay because I want miles. I want miles per hour. So you just need to know what the conversion is for that. Remember the rule, if it's on the bottom, you want this one to cross off, it needs to be on top over here. What am I changing the minutes into? Hours. And you just need to know the conversion. Are there 60 minutes in an hour or 60 hours in a minute? There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. This is your unit multiplier. It, in essence, just equals 1. It's a fraction. It's the same thing over the same thing. It equals 1. I'm not changing this. I'm just changing the labels. What happens when I multiply this out? Well, the first thing I want to see is that you cross off the labels. Now my minutes are gone. I am left with the hour over there. Do the multiplication across. 1 times 60. I still have the label mile up here. 6 times 1 is 6. And then you can just reduce the fraction. 60 over 6 is the same as 10 miles per hour. Again, you don't have to really do any mental thing or whatever. You just need to cross off those labels. This is what I need to see on your paper. I don't want to just see this. Some of you I know can do that in your head. I would say probably about 3 of you in this class probably had that answer beforehand. The rest of you are looking at it going, no, I have no idea how to get that. But this takes all of the guesswork out of it. You're just crossing off labels and whatever it is. How about this one? Convert 440 yards per minute to yards per second. 440 yards per minute into yards per second. Now, Lauren, are you raising your hand on this one? Come on, fire it out at me. What's the answer to this one, Lauren? Give it to me. You got it?
Right.
I'm going to say this one. This one's a little tougher. It's not quite as easy as that last one. But it doesn't have to be hard. It's just a matter of labels. Take what you know. You're given 440 yards per minute. That's what this first statement says. That's what this says. Okay, you want to convert the yards. So what does that mean? I have to get the I want to convert the minutes into seconds. So my minutes have to go up top up here, because that's the only way to get minutes to cross off. Seconds have to go on bottom, and I know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. This is your unit multiplier. You know, that equals 1. You're not changing it. And then you do the math part of it. Minutes cross off. You are left with, unfortunately, 440 yards over 60 seconds. What am I going to do there? Well, first thing I do is cross off the zeros. 6 doesn't go evenly into 440 or 44, so you could reduce it into 22 over 3. Okay, generally when I want some sort of a speed, I need to actually get this down to a mixed number. What would it be as a mixed number? 3 goes into 21, 7 and 1/3. What's my label? Yards per second. Don't forget that the word per is just a fraction line. Okay? Yards per second. Yards per second. That's all it means there. So now that one wasn't quite as simple and cut and dry as the last one where you could do it in your head. Let me give you one more for you to try here because I can tell you. 32 pints in a minute to ounces per minute. Wow. 32 pints per minute to ounces per minute. And I'll give you the conversions you need. Okay. You would have to know, I guess, that there are, if I'm going from pints down to ounces, you'd have to go from pints to cups to ounces. In which case you would know that there are 2 cups equals 1 pint and 8 ounces equals 1 cup. So you will need, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, you'll need 2 unit multipliers in order to perform this certain thing here. I'm going to let you try that. Try it and see where you get. You have to do it one step at a time. In other words, go from pints into cups, get your answer, and then go from cups into ounces. Get your answer and see what you end up with. Apparently they must have called off school. This is all the cheering in the hallway. I don't know where all the wind they talked about is. That's what we need. You just can't. Just can't have a steady snow. You gotta have a nice wind with it, some icing, slick conditions. Got an answer or two on the table, ladies and gentlemen. I see more hands. I see more Indiana. The calculator shouldn't take that long, I wouldn't think, but who knows. Let's see, Emma Haynes says 512. Are we in agreement on that? Most people. And here would be the gist. Okay. We're changing, first of all, pints into cups. So I need to put my pints on the bottom, and I know that there are 2 cups and 1 pint. So bam, labels crossed off. That gives me 68 cups per minute. And then once I get this unit multiplier, I want to change cups into ounces. So cups have to go on the bottom because they're on top over here. Ounces go up there. There's 8 ounces in 1 cup. Labels cross off. It's going to be 68 times 8, which is 518. No, 509. 65.
That's 68
4, 6, 48, and 6 is what? 5. What?
68 is 64.
Well, who put 65? I get 64. No wonder it's so hard. 64 times 8, 32, 3, 512. 512. And then you can just do it as what? Ounces per minute. Or you can put it as a fraction, 512 ounces. Questions on that? I think you're more than capable.